Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well. The full expose is out. Target's exposed. Just like I was talking to one of my family members recently, to where they're like, well, whoever got it leaked, whoever needs to be in trouble, right? Yeah, well, guess what? I guess you could say that the leak is out, considering the fact that Target is the head CEOs are the one that's doing it, telling his employees to do this or shut up. Well, I guess this is the reality that we're all facing, because we have this. You still have to do it to do this job. This isn't for everyone. Kiera Fernandez, Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer and VP of HR, tells all the Target employees to accept diversity, equity, and inclusiveness, or find a new place to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually show you the video of this lunatic and psychopath that wants to force this upon everybody else. Because if they don't do it, it's just going to cause problems. Well, guess what? I think you're going to lose billions of dollars, and let's keep on losing billions of dollars.
For us to also acknowledge that not everyone is going to believe or be bought into our strategies and our priorities on this topic. They just aren't. And so when we talk about leader accountability and the importance of representation and these strategies and these goals being integrated into someone's responsibility, like just to be really pragmatic and practical, then it becomes, okay, you don't like, we may not be able to change your mind shift on appreciating why this is important, but you do understand that as a part of your job responsibilities, you will lead inclusively, you will have representation on your team, you will be responsible for these behaviors, values, and expectations. And it also, quite frankly, puts a light on the folks that don't believe in this, but emphasizes that you still have to do it to do this job, to be a part of this company. And eventually, you'll see a change in their mindset, or they may leave. And, that's a part of this process too. This isn't for everyone. But what has to be for everyone is accountability, and accountability comes with transparency. It's really important.
So there you have it. That's the truth. Reality is, now we don't know whether the rest of these employees are actually the ones that agree with this or not. Some of them are shaking their heads, yes or whatever, but we don't know if they really go with this ideology. However, this is the person that is forcefully doing this, causing these problems, and it all starts from what we're seeing here. What we have is that the prerequisite to working at Target is being woke. All Target employees that don't support the woke mind virus should stay home for the holiday weekend. Corporations forcing a political ideology on its employees is illegal. So yeah, that's essentially what's going on here. And then we have this as well. Target donates to group that promotes secret child gender transitions, LGBTQ books in schools. Target has repeatedly boasted about efforts to support the Gay, Lesbian, and Straight Education Network, also known as the GLSEN, an entity which helps teachers place LGBTQ books in school libraries and hide their students' so-called gender transitions from parents. Conservatives have launched a boycott against Target after the retail behemoth marketed a female swimsuit as tuck-friendly and with extra crotch coverage, as well as hired an artist who creates satanic items to make various designs for the company. Links between the company and GLSEN, which supports affirming or learning environments for LGBTQ youth and activate supportive educators, resurfaced amid the backlash against Target. The retail behemoth boasted last year about donating more than $2.1 million to GLSEN over the past decade, lauding the group's mission to create affirming, accessible, and anti-racist spaces for LGBTQ weird students. Target also actively promotes GLSEN on its online store. We are grateful to Target for their funding of this retrospective and for their support of GLSEN's work in student leadership and educator trainings. Former GLSEN Executive Director Eliza Bayard said in a statement several years ago about a documentary the two entities produced. Together we have been able to change school climates for LGBT youth. Lessing runs the Rainbow Library Initiative, through which individuals can purchase books such that a portion of the proceeds will be used for free volumes in school libraries. GLSEN has sent more than 46,000 books with LGBTQ themes to several thousand books across the nation, including posters and supplemental resources for educators. One of the volumes available for purchase is Gender Queer, a graphic novel which contains verbal descriptions of touching yourself and oral happy time, along with explicit illustrations, including a scene where a teenage boy fantasizes about touching an older man's Kupaprida lawn boy. Another especially sexually explicit book is also available for purchase. GLSEN meanwhile encourages educators to hide a student's intention to undergo a so-called gender transition from parents and other school employees. Staff or educators shall not disclose any information that may reveal a student's gender identity to others, including parents or guardians and other staff, unless the student has authorized such disclosure, the information is contained in school records requested by a parent or guardian, or there's another compelling need. One model local education agency posted on GLSEN website said, beyond the endorsement of explicit books and clandestine gender transitions, GLSEN supports the promotion of the LGBTQ movement in every facet of a school's curriculum. The organization has resources, for instance, that assist teachers with incorporating the ideology into math lessons, as teachers teach about data collection and relevance. They should include whether it is beneficial to include gender or biological sex, being sure to reinforce the difference between the two terms. One article from the organization contended, when students are creating their own surveys, if they want to include data for biological sex, teachers need to be sure they include both intersex and other as choices. And if the students want to include data for gender or a variety of choices, need to be included. Target has suffered in recent days as a result of backlash over their support of the LGBTQ movement. The firm's market capitalization, which refers to the total value of a publicly traded company's outstanding shares, has indeed fallen from $70.4 billion to $64 billion over the past week, as consumers react strongly against the company's efforts. So, yeah. That's what's going on here. And then we also have this. Target tide is turning. Prominent Christians talk effective Target and Bud Light boycotts. So that is good in every stitch of the fashion. That we need to boycott more. In fact, just don't buy anything else from Target at this point in time. I want to see people going to Target and it being vacant. Nobody in there. Nobody buying anything. It needs to stop. Because what we're seeing here, they're definitely trying to indoctrinate our children, going super far to cause these problems, and we need to fight back. We're doing a good job, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to keep fighting harder, because we are not going to end this by any stretch of the imagination until we finish it here. I'm going to make a statement, too, that Target, you're going to go down, and I will make sure you go down, because we no longer support your garbage ideologies and your cancer that you bring onto this country. Alright guys, that's the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.